Today Mr. Binchuk will make a garden bed out of one free pallet. The first stage in deconstructing the pallet is to get a hammer and a crowbar and to wedge off the bottom three slates. Mr. Binchuk has a pallet that he's left out in the weather, so the wood is a little wet and it makes this job a little more difficult than usual, which annoys Mr. Binchuk immensely, but he battles on gallantly. This pallet has HT marked on it. This means that it has been heat treated and no chemicals has been used in its shipping process. This is good to know, and it makes it safe to use as your garden bed. As we can see, Mr. Binchuk is getting along quite nicely now, and he's removed all the bottom three slates. He will then remove any nails that have not come off with the slates. This makes the bed safe for later gardening experiences. Mr. Binchuk will now move on to stage 2 of the deconstruction process. What he wishes to do is remove the inner slates of the top of the pallet, leaving the outer 2 slates. So this means he has 4 to remove. He's looking for his tools. He has to go into his shed, which as a Binchuk is a hell of a mess. There's junk everywhere, but he will persevere. He has found his sledgehammer and a piece of 4x2 wood, and now he will slam the sledgehammer and with holding the wood and gracefully remove the slates, the nails of the slates. And look at this, it's a very easy process. The bricks hold it off the floor. Oh no, he's stuck with this one, but it is not a problem because Mr. Binchuk returned to his previous method of crowbar and hammer. One side done, moves on to the other side. Look at how easily these are coming off. Look at this, he's just slamming that down and removing them. Simple tools. Oh no, he's got one stuck again, but as we can see, he is quite resourceful and he returns to the crowbar and hammer method to remove the middle section also. Look at this. We're getting some shape now. Now Mr. Binchuk will remove any stray nails, which he puts into a little tub, which he can use again. And he's making the sides now. Now he's going to measure it. It's 15 centimetres, which is quite good to know because there is a book called Square Foot Gardening, which uses 4x4 foot garden beds, and it suggests you should have 15 centimetres of soil. You can follow this book up yourself. It's written by a construction engineer called Mel Bartholomew. Well, worth having a look at, but Mr. Binchuk is not using this method because, well, to tell you the truth, he's got better things to do than pull a pallet apart. So he's just going to leave the original shape, which is about 3 by 2.6 as previously mentioned. We're moving along quite nicely now, and you can see that he's putting the sides on using the nails that he removed previously. And you can see he's left a little bit of a gap at the bottom. He's found that hasn't worried. It hasn't mattered all that much. You know, there's a little bit of soil seepage, but look, as we said before, life is short. How much time do you want to be spending on building a pallet garden bed with free wood? Mr. Binchuk is thinking the exact same thing at the moment. There's other things he could be doing. He could be sipping cocktails on the Amalfi Coast. Now he's doing the end now, so we're getting to the end of the process, and you can see he's going to have to cut some wood. So he uses a nail to mark off where it needs to be cut. Very clever, Mr. Binchuk. He's done that, he's marked it, and now he's got to find his saw, which he should have left out previously. I think, yes, he has found it. And then just a little bit of a dust in the eye there, and he continues on. And he's cutting that. That doesn't look very sensible, Mr. Binchuk. It looks as though you're doing it the hard way. This is meant to be easy. Yes, he thinks it himself, and he realises that he's wasting time, and time is valuable. So he puts the bit of wood on the bricks and proceeds to cut it quite easily. Last bit of wood cut. Now, Mr. Binchook is doing extended garden beds, as you can see in the background. He's using 2 pallets to make a longer bed. You don't have to do this, but he is doing it, and so he's only going to put one end on this pallet. All up, this shouldn't take you any more than half an hour to complete. Very easy process. The lazy man's 1 pallet garden bed. We're doing the last now, and Mr. Binchook is looking forward to having a break. It's finished. He checks his handiwork. He's quite impressed. The garden bed is done. The lazy man's 1 pallet garden bed. Complete, finished. Hope you learnt something.